good afternoon. Welcome to Talk on the Block here, this big station, Q905 in the afternoon. We're touching base with our friend in St. Lucia, Jesse Leon. So how are you this afternoon, Jesse? How are you?
Good, thanks. What about you?
Good. I'm hearing you're buzzing with activity this weekend. Jazz around the corner?
Definitely. Well, every day is chock full of scheduling for jazz coverage here and there, by La Place Carénage at the square. Of course, there's the big finale of sorts at the Pigeon Island National Landmark, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We will be having a good few artists, including Amarion. We're having George Benson, so it's something to look forward to. I mean, the same way we come over for the Creole season over in Dominica, we're waiting for you guys to come over this weekend for the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.
But I'm hearing you guys are overbooked in terms of hotel rooms, huh?
Well, I'm sure, Mr. Peltier, I'm sure if you come, you will find a place to lay your head. Yeah?
That's true. That's true. But some big stars are on the lineup.
Yes, definitely. We started the show on Friday night. We had some acts like Movado. Everything went relatively okay. We had a little bit of a scuffle backstage. Some artists get diva-ish from time to time, but all in all, it was a good start to the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. We moved down to Soufrière over the weekend. We moved also down to Vieux Fort for more jazz activities. And like I said, this week is pretty much at every mall you go to, every business place. They have all the paraphernalia of jazz, silhouettes of saxophones and whatnot. So it's all jazz season here.
In Dominica, we complain when a ticket is $200. In terms of the prices for the tickets for the shows coming up, what are we talking about?
Well, I can't say for certain what the prices are. Believe you me, because of the industry I work in, I don't often have to buy tickets.
You're lucky you, huh?
Yeah, tell me about it. But you benefit from it from time to time, Mr. Bills, yeah. But, this year we haven't heard much of a cry about the tickets because, tickets, I think, have been more expensive and the prices have gone down to accommodate the common man, more or less. Still pricey for some people. Some people would say it would be pricey, but I mean, it's come down a bit in the last couple of years. You have the St. Lucia Tourist Board moving toward making the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival entertaining for the rich and the poor, if you want to look at it in that sense. So while there are some activities that perhaps they would have to bring down, the big names like Omarion and all these sorts of people, of course the tickets may be more expensive, but they're also, treats. They bring in some really good artists from abroad. They come down, you have these people who are always there and always you guaranteed to have a good time with names like Kassav. They bring them down and for us to have a good time. We have Maxi Priest. We had Maxi Priest on Saturday. Who else we had? We had Wyclef Jean. We had Wyclef Jean on Sunday and Maxi Priest on Sunday in Soufrière. So that was a really exciting time. Even the opening of jazz, I think the tickets were $30. So it's accommodating to both, to every spectrum of the economic, the people who want to save and the people who can spend endlessly.
Well, I hope you have a lot of fun this weekend in this redesign.
Well, I hope it's not marred by any crime and violence. That is the hope.
Well, I haven't heard any negative reports, though. As a reporter overseas, as it relates to the Jazz Festival in St. Lucia, and this is all good. I'm just hoping this continues. Definitely. What's that?
And things are ongoing aside from the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. On the darker, more unfortunate side, we had on Labor Day Monday a young man. He was shocked in the city while conducting maintenance work. Electrical shock.
Oh.
Touched a high tension wire. We have some footage. I mean, you guys can go onto our website and watch the news 8 o'clock nightly, choice39.tv. Get a look at how that went out. We have exclusive footage of the young man really a gory scene of that accident right there, bringing up a lot of questions about the city and
safety there, huh?
Yeah, and safety standards in the city. Also, we have 14 non-nationals who appeared before court on Tuesday for working at a strip club in the north of the island without legal work permits. So that is another issue.
But tell me about this. Is this legal, the strip clubs in St. Lucia?
Well, stripping, yes, but not prostitution. So prostitution is a whole other thing. We do have strip clubs in St. Lucia, but prostitution remains illegal. But the issue with these young ladies, I believe some of them are from Venezuela, one even from Barbados. They were taken into custody over on Friday at an establishment in the north of the island because they were unable to present legal work permits for what they were doing at that business place. So they appeared before the court, and right now we're just working around all the different angles we can present to the public to make them understand, what it takes for a foreigner to come into St. Lucia and obtain a work permit.
Is that very difficult?
Not necessarily. I mean, you would have to come spend a period of time here in St. Lucia, of course, with the economic citizenship, OECS, CARICOM.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming easier for persons abroad to come on over with CIP, for people to come here and conduct their business. But I guess if you're coming, you have to come and do it legitimately. So they weren't prepared to give in their 6 months or whatever period of time that they would have to give in terms of staying in the country before being allowed to work.
But will they be sent back based on, I guess, what has happened before?
I think that is the most likely outcome of the situation because they appeared before court. Because they were getting work here in St. Lucia, the most likely outcome is that they would be deported because they're not operating legally here in St. Lucia. Perhaps they may have overstayed their visit. Maybe they're not here legally. Were they able to present passports? The team is out on the road today finding out exactly if they're still at custody suites or what is happening. All the details of that, of course.
So was that a police raid that resulted in this? Yes.
It was an afternoon raid by the police. Of course, it's strangely enough the adult club is in a residential area, so of course you had little children, grandmothers coming out to find out what was going on, why you had police officers in their backyards and whatnot. But they were really doing a raid to try to close on the club to ensure that none of these young ladies got away, and closing on them and get them to answer to the courts for their actions.
Very, very interesting there in the afternoon. They're making raids on foreigners involved in illegal activity. Well, that's proven to be a very interesting human resource story. What's the politics in St. Lucia? Are we having an election? We're hearing a lot of talk about elections in St. Lucia soon.
Definitely. It has been a very, very dynamic election season. We have, yesterday we had a development, a shocking one. One of the candidates who was in the running for the leading party, the St. Lucia Labour Party, who is in power right now, they had one of their, the United Workers' Party, the opposition, their candidate for the Castries Central seat. He took a bow out. He's not even running for a couple of weeks yet, and he took a bow out, but he was quickly replaced by Sarah Flood Bobra. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that name. She's an advocate for pro-life, and so she will be... Hello?
Go ahead.
Yes. And she will be taking over. Of course, she made her debut in onto the St. Lucia political scene in 1997, coming into the waterfront on a convertible. Many St. Lucians remember her for Castries Central, and she's most iconic for standing up to the Dr. Kenny Anthony regime back in 2004 when he introduced his criminal code, and which included in all of the clauses, the thousands of clauses, the right. The loophole for St. Lucian women to get an abortion. So she stood against that. Of course, She was fired from his cabinet, and she's returning on the United Workers' Party ticket to try to claim the seat. Of course, most of the constituencies have their candidates from both major political parties. You have an independent. Our Prime Minister, Sir John Compton, the late Sir John Compton, his daughter is running for his constituency, that is Miku North. A little bit of concern that it may split the UWP vote because she's running independently, and you have the UWP, John Compton, party there. A lot of things developing. Of course, it's just begun. So much happening. One lighter story is that people are concerned that the politics may not be open to everybody, especially persons with disabilities, because they're now clamoring that there should be a translator on every single platform. So that is on the lighter side of the politics, but it's really getting really getting gritty. If I should say. We had budget presentations. Of course, the Prime Minister made a presentation this year. Of course, it came along with a throne speech of many promises to be made. For example, a new judicial complex, a national museum, a larger national cultural center. But there are concerns that because there is no allocation for it in the budget, that it may be just, to vegle, if you want to call it that, vegle the public in the lead up to the general election.
But what do you think, though, would most dominate the issues for an election in St. Lucia when it is called?
The issues, typically St. Lucians would have in the past a lot of people say content with the whole chicken and rum affair, but I think St. Lucians are paying closer attention to a lot of the issues. For instance, crime and violence. We had the whole impacts report which came out last year. We had the United States imposing the Leahy law on St. Lucia. We cannot send our law enforcement to the United States for training. All of these things St. Lucians want to know, what is the government going to do about this? What is the government going to do about extrajudicial killings? What is the government going to do for the common man, the poor man who is looking for some sort of welfare? We had the issue of unemployment. It was lowered in the last few years, but at a minuscule rate. So there's still questions about that. The St. Lucia Labour Party administration is very confident that they have reduced the unemployment rate by implementing short-term and long-term jobs. And one of the things that our Prime Minister has been pushing is the cruise ship employment. Not sitting well for a lot of people because they're still saying, where are the $100 million jobs that was in your manifesto in 2011. So people are paying closer attention, and as a result, it's making everything so much more sensitive. Even crossing over to the media.
And any likely dates for election?
Likely dates for elections
been mentioned?
No date has been mentioned by the St. Lucia Labour Party regime, but people, commentators have suggested, persons, political analysts have hinted that it may be in July, August, about that time, just after Carnival or before Carnival. So Carnival may be the celebration for, the win, or it may be the preparation. So just have a good time, St. Lucians, and then we get into to business, or we have the elections first and then we celebrate with the Carnival celebration.
All right. We'll be watching that one very, very, very closely. Again, Jesse, thank you for bringing us up to date as to some of the issues in Castries or in St. Lucia. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it.
No problem, Matt. Have a good day, yeah?
Have a great afternoon. Thank you. We're staying in touch with the issues around the region. This is Talk on the Block here. I'll tell you something interesting coming out of the courts in Dominica when we come back. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Q95 is continuing the journey which started with the Q Family First Annual Q Talent Search Competition, QTS, in 2010, and the first annual U25 DJ Competition in 2013. Now, for the very first time ever, Q95 presents the Q Family First Annual Fun Fest 2016, featuring 2 terrific on-air competitions for Best Q95 Radio Music Show and Host Personality, and Dominica's Best DJ. The program of events culminates in a fun-filled show and dance, also featuring a very popular, versatile band and dynamic, high-energy performing artists. The final 3 Q95 radio show hosts and personalities will compete on stage at the Q Family First Annual Fun Fest 2016 on Saturday, 30th July 2016. Winners share $6,000 cash and a trophy. Patrons get to win $2,000 in valuable gift vouchers. Book that date only on the big station, only on Q95.
Need a bit of spice in your life? Are you longing for the most delicious jerk options? This and every Thursday is Jerk Day at Barana Breeze Bar and Grill at Dive Dominica from 12 p.m. Savory local jerk pork, succulent jerk local chicken, and finger-licking jerk fish tacos, served with 3 Creole sides, and of course, a PC cold red stripe beer or chill glass of Archipelago's wine selection. All this for only $40 inclusively. Get fired up this Thursday at Jerk Day at Dive Dominica's Barana Breeze Bar and Grill. And call 448-2188 to place your order or for more information. Or simply text your order to 276-4172 or 317-4322.
Don't miss the Whitey Kubuli 45th Anniversary Dance Production, Celebrating the Dream, on Friday, April 29th and Saturday, April 30th, 2016 at the Arawak House of Culture from 8 p.m. Tickets are $25 in advance and $30 at the door. Get your tickets now from DPEX and from Whitey Kubuli members. Celebrating the Dream is a show to see. Don't miss this very exciting and colorful dance production. Be there!
Sponsored by Ross University, Digicel, Aid Bank, the Ministry of Culture, Dominica News Online, and DBS Radio.
What are your plans this Mother's Day? Here is an opportunity to recreate antiquated traditions and celebrate with the greatest women on the face of this earth. Sunday, May 8th, Mother's Day, the extraordinary network Digicel presents a sweet Mother Kaiser Punch and Dance at the exquisite Anchorage Hotel from 6 p.m. to midnight. Sweet Mother's Kaiser Punch and Dance. Music by 48 Karat Gold Swinging Stars, Mr. Mix, DJ Sly, and Prince Wadix. Also special appearances by King Hunter, Sai, Shadow Flow.
There is no love to compare to Mama.
And the record-breaking King Dice.
Teach me, Mama, teach me. Oh.
Mothers come and be serenaded by Calypsonians. Entrance $20. Ladies pay half price and get a free Tony's Punch on entrance.
A little closer to the phone.
Sweet Mother Kaiser Punch and Dance, Sunday, May 8th, Mother's Day from 6 p.m. to midnight, Anchorage Hotel. Prizes from the amazing and extraordinary network Digicel and Digicel Play. Other partners include E-Dominica Promotion, Dominica Calypso Association, Anchorage Hotel, Media 7-Eleven Plus, and Milan's Bar and Grill. Also Big Edge Financial Express, Angels Boutique, Robinson, Starrin and Sons, Eves Decor, Express the Zill, TBS Radio, Q95 FM, the big station, Tony's Punch, Fine Foods Inc. and more. Bon Fête Mama Hot Digicel.
Hello Dominica, I'm Ming, the leader of the band Elan Pali out of Trinidad and Tobago, and we will be performing live at the Dominica Jazz and Creole Festival on Sunday, May 15, 2016, Fort Shirley at the Cabri National Park. Dominica Jazz and Creole Festival 2016.
Tickets on sale now for Dominica's Jazz and Creole Festival, Sunday, May 15. Available from Bullseye Pharmacy, Roseau and Portsmouth, The Champs, Picard, Tulip, Outback Barn Grill and Phone Shack, Portsmouth. Tickets only $75, so don't miss it. Dominica's Jazz and Creole Festival, Sunday, May 15, Cabritz National Park, 2 to 9 p.m. Gates open 12 noon. Presented by the Government of Dominica with headline partner Discover Dominica Authority and gold partner Digicel. Be extraordinary.
Interesting times at the court there. Carlisle John Baptist following a sexual related story at the courts this morning. Carlisle, what can you tell us?
Hi, Matt. Let me say good afternoon to you and good afternoon to your many listeners listening. Well, remember this morning I mentioned that a young man by the name of, let me see if I have his name right, Samosa John was to have been sentenced this morning. He pleaded guilty to indecently assaulting an 8-year-old child back in 2010. The incident occurred in Basse State. Now, he pleaded guilty on the 12th of April. The facts of the matter are that in December 2010, he was renting a room with from the child's mother, the virtual complainant's mother, and at about 9 a.m., he was in his room, and the child asked him to use his cell phone to play games. He then touched the child on her vagina, and he did it twice, lasted for about 1 minute. He also asked the child to touch his penis. The mother peeped and seemed to have been concerned about something. She was not sure. She questioned the child, and the child told her exactly what happened. She then confronted him, and then he said, "I don't know what go up in my mind. I'm really sorry." He apologized profusely for his actions. He was then 25 years old. That is in 2010. He's now 32 years old. His lawyer, Mr. Geoffrey Litter, I must say, put in a strong mitigation plea, and yesterday called his girlfriend to the witness stand. His girlfriend is a school teacher. It must be noted that he has a 2.5-year-old child that is sick with his girlfriend, and the child must receive monthly treatment, and they see the doctor every month, and the cost is about $400 a month. Among the things that transpired in court yesterday was the fact that he is taking care not only of his 2.5-year-old child, but also he is meeting the needs of his girlfriend, who has about 3 other children besides the one with him.
Wow.
So, and it ended up, the court, the situation is that after having examined all his means, plus the means of his girlfriend, the family had a take-home pay monthly of $179. Very, very touching. $179. Plus, remember, they have to meet the cost, $300 plus, of this 2.5-year-old child every month that is ill. And so the court took all of those things into consideration. And of course, there was a social inquiry report. He did say that he's remorseful for his actions from inception. He did not waste the court's time. And so, in sentencing, Justice Errol Thomas first looked at the aggravating factors. 1, the age of the child. He is the father of a 2-year-old child, and he lives with other young children in the house. The mitigating factors are that his guilty plea and his remorse. Of course, the court said that sexual abuse is atrocious and cannot be trivialized. Of course, man, he has been working since that incident. He's been working from 2010, and so he's also a major breadwinner for the family. And looking at all the circumstances, the court placed the notional sentence at 4 years, and the court said it will be looking at the economic situation of the family. Take note of that. Economic situation of the family, and the court stated that his situation was, quote, an extremely exceptional circumstances. And so based on the income of both parties, the court said that if given a custodial sentence, it will not be sending a message to the family, given the fact that the family only had a take-home pay monthly of $179. And so given all the circumstances, the court said that the court cannot impose a custodial sentence given the dire situation which will result in more crime. And so the court invoked the Criminal Justice Reform Act, Section 6(1), and so gave him a suspended sentence of 32 months for 2 years. And if he breached that condition, and if he does not commit another offense which carries more than 6 months, so he does not have to commit any other offense which carries another sentence more than 6 months. If that happens, then he will go to jail for 32 months. He was also ordered to receive counseling. He is still in custody. He will be released tomorrow, and that suspended sentence will commence from tomorrow.
Kalajam Baptist, repeat for me what he was charged for. I'm trying to analyze this.
He was charged for indecently assaulting an 8-year-old child. So he touched...
and that involves what?
He touched the child's vagina, and also he asked the child to touch his penis. And it must be noted that, like the court said, normally the court would impose a custodial sentence, and we must, guard our listeners, because I know some people, it's a sexual offense, and then some people will go on and will have so many things to say. But look at the circumstances. Look at every situation, and the court looked at the situation on its merit, because he has a 2.5-year-old child.
That was after the fact.
Yes. However, he is the one providing for that child. His girlfriend does not have the means. She's a teacher. Her take-home pay is $179. $179. And
that is a very ticklish situation, Kalal.
Exactly.
I understand what the judge may be trying to bring across here, but a child has been affected in the process.
Well, there was a social inquiry report, and it must also be noted that this young man has been gainfully employed since that incident, the social inquiry report went deep into his family background, etc. And you have to look at this the situation that if the court was to impose a custodial sentence on him, you are basically going to send a family into dire straits. And whilst, that matter, like the court said, it cannot be trivialized. Sexual abuse are atrocious, cannot be trivialized.
Kalal, there's an 8-year-old child involved.
Yes.
I'm trying to put it on the table.
An 8-year-old child is involved. The matter happened in 2010. Let's forget the time the matter happened. But it did happen. He placed himself at the mercy of the court.
Okay.
He has placed himself at the mercy of the court. He pleaded guilty at the first available opportunity.
Uh-huh.
And based on that, he must be granted 1/3. So the court set the notional sentence at 4 years, and when the 1/3 is applied, it came down to 32 months. And so the court felt that, looking at the serious economic situation, the serious economic financial situation the family is faced with. Remember, he has a child that is receiving monthly treatment, and the cost is excess of $300 every month. every month.
Because I see you're placing a lot of emphasis, Kalal, and give credit for that, on the fact that he has a child who was sick.
Well, you see, because...
But rewind the tape back there. We're talking about an 8-year-old child that may become sick as a result of the psychological effects of that incident.
Well, we don't have that in the report. In the report, thus far from the social inquiry that was conducted, that is not in effect at all.
So they did not take that into consideration?
Well, they had an interview with the child, and the child spoke, and of course the child expects that he be punished. But that in terms of the welfare of the child, that is going on. That is very, very good. The child's welfare is...
So she seemed to be okay now?
Yes. All those things were taken into consideration. And so that is why the court said that generally that is a custodial sentence.
But this time around, given the circumstances, he's going to give him a suspended sentence.
Yes. And like the court said, it is an extremely exceptional case that the court has found itself in, and the court must look at that situation and given the situation, like the court said, the court cannot in any way want to have somebody in jail and their family is in dire situation. Look at the circumstances. Yes, he has committed a crime. He has to pay for that crime. He must pay for that crime. He has pleaded guilty at the very first available opportunity. In fact, Matt, I can tell you, the reporters, those of us in court yesterday, listening to the matter, what transpired in court yesterday, when we left court, we said that based on the circumstances we said that 2 years, the judge was going to give him 2 years in jail. And it came to pass, but the fact remains that 32 months and suspended. So we've been in court listening to the economic situation, the financial burdens that the family is faced with. You have an 18-year-old child that he is taking care of. Another one is 10. Another one, I think, is about 7. Plus one is 2.5 years old. I mean, it's tight. It's really, really tight. That is a situation where the court had to take cognizance of the fact that that situation is a peculiar situation. And when the court does situations like that, we have to come to court. And in that instance, I must say that the court acted in good faith. And like the judge said, he had to invoke the Criminal Justice Reform Act and gave him a suspended sentence. And like the court did, ordered counseling for him, man. So he has counseled. And the court told him that the onus is on you. You have been given an opportunity. Keep your hands to your side. Keep your hands to your side. He's still in custody. He will be released tomorrow. 32 months suspended sentence.
Carlisle John Baptist, thank you very much for this very interesting analysis there. Another sexual offenses act there. 2 years. Suspended sentence. If you want to, or if you have listened very carefully and you want to weigh in on this one, what do you think of the sentence from the judge on this one? He was accused of touching a little girl's vagina of 8 years old and asking that she plays with his private part there. 142 plead guilty. Hello.
Hey, Matt, good day.
Very interesting there, yes.
Matt, there's no laughing matter, you know.
No laughing matter, just...
No, anytime you say about them sexual crimes...
Very interesting, yes.
It just... No. Trust me, it gets me angry.
All right, so what do you think? What do you think?
What I think?
Yes.
That we are not serious about these sexual matters to do with our children. And you hear the age of the child, 8 years old?
Mm-hmm.
The guy was, 20-something?
At the time.
No, he has all this responsibility, and he had all this free time to be molesting some little child. Let me tell you something. You see these things, personally, I always say, I don't know if the children...
But were you hearing that the judge took into consideration the fact that he had a sick child and the economic situation of the family and...
But if the brother had an economic situation, what was he doing in the first place in an act like that?
That was before the fact. That was before.
Matt, you see these things, I not understand it. I'm very stupid when it comes to these things. I don't think properly when you say about these sexual things, and especially little vulnerable children, fellas doing those things with. You see, me personally, I take any law into my hands. I build in an armory now, because I realize law enforcement, police, judge, everybody, nobody worry. You don't see how they're protecting all these fellas right now? All these perpetrators you're hearing that doing these things to young children, they're protecting them. There's a system protecting them. I have always said that. When the big names called, there is something put in place to cushion them. You hear how much support this guy getting? Matt, I am not for this nonsense. Between you and I, this judge, I must give him my name, because me, myself, I'm going to look for anybody that molests my daughter. And he have to deal with me. And there's no condition he have to think of. All my responsibilities, he have to throw it off the window and jail me. Because personally, this nonsense has to stop somewhere. To me, people just sitting by. We sell our children for the jumbie. We selling our children. What we doing in this place? We cannot be doing this nonsense to our children, brother man. What will we have tomorrow for our future? If we continue to destroy little children like that and hearing all these fellas going free and all these technicalities, this is nonsense. The father of this child needs to find this man and do something with him.
This is a threat, then, Mervyn.
My brother, this is a threat. Because I telling you straight, I would not go down easy with that one. That's not going down like that. The law doesn't do anything. That, to me, that is no satisfaction for me. That is no satisfaction for that child's parents. I don't know who the mother is. I don't know who the father is. That is no satisfaction. I'm hearing that there. And it infuriates me, brother man. This is nonsense. Have a good day.
Have a great day, my friend. Understand your emotions. They're 144 449 3095. Let's take another telephone call.
Hi, Matt. Good afternoon. How are you?
How are you?
I am good. I just have to make an observation about the reporting that collided and you just repeated. You know, I know that he's reporting on what happened in the court, but my God, let's soften it a little bit now. He touched her where, and she touched him. I mean, he can use genitalia or your genitals or private parts or something.
You think it's a little too hard on that?
It is.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. Thank you. 145. Some people think you should be straight. Some people think you should be a little gentle. Of course, according to the courts, you have to report what was reported in the court. Hello, talk to me.
Mark, good afternoon to you.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm all right. I think the justice system is sending a wrong message outside there. Because what will happen, Matt, is that men will continue to go out there and molest underage children, and then they will go to the court and say, I am not working, I have rent to pay, I have this to pay. That is the precedent that the court sending is a wrong signal. First of all, the child was underage. Secondly, the man was of age. And thirdly, the man knew very well what was his condition in terms of putting food at his home, in terms of a shelter, in terms of a sick child. He knew all of that before.
No, but that happened before. You see, since the incident, he's gainfully employed, and then he got a girlfriend, and the rest followed, if you will. So in other words, he has reformed his life.
The precedent from the court, Matt, is wrong. Trust me.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. 146. Hello.
Matt and the listening public, good afternoon.
To you.
We will reiterate again. The law itself condones that sexual abuse against our children. Fathers of your abused children, do not sit aside and talk foolishness. The Lord will give you justice. stand up for your children. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Let our children be children. We're coming back for more of your phone calls after this one from Tasha P.
With cultural change and technology, we don't seem to mind that our children are all grown up way before their time. Society doesn't draw a clear distinction between the behavior appropriate for adults and for children. Parents should develop an eye for what their child is absorbing. They need to control the flow of material that is influencing. Because children don't play children games anymore. It's uncensored music, TV, and the streets they going for. But I pray one day we'll revert to the good old days when children were children. And innocence prevailed. Innocence prevailed. We need to let our children be children. Let them play for the sake of play. Let them be free from complications of adulthood. Shield them from this brutal world and let them thrive as children should. Let our children be children. Let them play. Don't let them go astray. Did I die? Did I die? Too many children are given adult responsibilities. Some of those children are the breadwinners of their family. They are deprived of an education and childhood.
Let our children be children. Let's take another phone call. Hello.
Matt, me again.
Yes, my brother.
Our children have not been shielded from this brutal world by what I'm seeing there. Matt, yesterday I was asking about the update of that of the investigation at the CID. You know what I found out? That the information I was getting, if it was a little man that had done that inside the CID department, we would have heard something already.
Right.
A superintendent is the one who lets off that information.
That's what you're hearing. That's what it was reported to you.
That's what was reported to me. But more than that, I understood first time an investigation was going on and a report was made by the child. And you had many people from different facets of the police department who came from the NJIC, who came from the CID department, who came from upper ranks.
Everybody was interested.
Interested in that. And then whoever take it on their cell phone and send for the bigger man send it for this one, and they had it out there. When you're seeing these things going on, who do our children trust? When you have the system doing that to our children, nobody protecting them. So, brother, if we as fathers don't go out of parents and protect our children, nobody will. You talk about that I made a threat earlier on. I will make threats because, trust me, I'm raising a child there. I raise children, but I have a little girl. And anybody think they touch in a private part of Kukulux or anything, and they get away if they lie. Because what I am seeing there, you have perpetrators right there in the police department that are rapists. And you have these people covering up. You have a system covering them up. I have said that for years, Matt. Matt, I know what's going on. Matt, there's a police molesting his daughter, and the people, they know that they're not doing nothing about it. As a matter of fact, that man getting promoted. He's an inspector. So these are the nonsensical things that are going on, and we know about it. and the brother will just go riding free because what? He was a big man. He was protecting Prime Minister. He in high office, and you have people protecting them. Look at you hearing what's going on with these people that resigning, but you hear the Prime Minister saying, we will support you. Who is supporting the children? What nonsense is that? What fuckery is that?
Oh no, what's your language there, Mervyn? Well, I know you're very emotional, but what's your language, okay? It's 1:52.
Are you getting enough rest? Are you working too hard? Are you eating right?
Does this sound like your mom? Mine too. She never stops worrying about you because she loves you. This Mother's Day, show your mom how much you appreciate her love by sending her money with MoneyGram. MoneyGram, bringing you closer. MoneyGram and MoneyGram bringing you closer are trademarks of MoneyGram. All of the marks are owned by third parties, subject to agent operating hours, availability, and local laws and regulations.
Get ready to win cash and fantastic prizes every week with DNL Weekend Frenzy. The action starts on Fridays with a double frenzy where 2 lucky players can each win a bonus prize of $1,000 cash. Spend $10 on Big 4 or Play 4 and receive a raffle ticket for your chance to win $1,000 cash. Plus, win on your bet. Then on Saturdays, the frenzy intensifies in a community near you with Spin to Win. Get a chance to spin the wheel for fantastic prizes like shopping vouchers, cash, bikes, kitchen appliances, jazz tickets, and lots more. 2 $1,000 cash giveaways every Friday and a chance to spin the wheel to win awesome prizes on Saturdays. All in DNL Weekend Frenzy. Only from the Dominica National Lottery.
Calibishi, get ready to spin this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Remember to hold on to your entry forms for the week to qualify for Saturday's Spin to Win.
Hello, I'm calling you from my brand new Samsung Galaxy J2 that I just got from Flow as part of their Mother's Day promotion. Mom, I'm getting you one too. Get the Samsung Galaxy J2 from Flow for as low as $389 with the purchase of a 1 gigabyte data plan. Plus, there's a 20% discount on the new Samsung Galaxy S7. Mom? It's time to go to Flow to get the Samsung J2. Or maybe I might just get the S7. While there, I will top up my phone, pay my internet and phone bills, and eat chocolate. Compliments Flow. Yes, all moms who conduct any in-store transactions from May 2nd to 7th, 2016 will receive free chocolate. Yum, chocolate tastes good. I love my phone. Thank you, Flow. Surf chat text on your new Samsung J2. Happy Mother's Day from Flow.
This is how we flow. I wanna be closer. I wanna be closer.
Dominica, the most eagerly and highly anticipated concert of a lifetime, is now a reality. This Mother's Day weekend, Amira Entertainment presents the mother of reggae music, the undisputed queen of reggae, formerly of the world famous Bob Marley Ifris, Marcia Griffiths. Marcia Griffiths live in concert on Saturday, May 7th, 2016, Harlem Plaza.
I shall sing as long as I live.
A special Mother's Day Bob Marley tribute.
You can see it.
Ladies come in abundance and do the electric slide. Also the Fanatic Band, RS Digital, Philip Osford, and fresh from Jamaica, Divine Sounds. Entrance $50 in advance, $60 at the gate, and VIP $80, and are available from Bullseye Pharmacy, Miss Bain, Sound City, Guape, Medicash and Post, Skitter in the Market, and Island Wide. Marcia Griffiths, supported by Digicel, Talent Inc., Fortune Hotel, Kubuli Big Edge Financial, Astafans Agents for Appleton Estate, Hero Voucher, TBS Radio, and more.
There's a land that
Marcia Griffiths, May 7th, Harlem Plaza. Men, take out your ladies, children, take out your mothers, Rasta men and conscious brethren and sisters. Be part of history because this Mother's Day will never be the same.
We're approaching that time when we wrap it up. Very interesting afternoon there. A little heated up emotionally there. Suspended sentence for, I think, a 32-year-old gentleman
children are all grown up way before their time. Society doesn't draw a clear distinction between the behavior appropriate for adults and for children. Parents should develop an eye for what their child is absorbing. They need to control the flow of material that is influencing. Because children don't play children games anymore. It's uncensored music, TV, and the streets they're going for. But I pray one day we'll revert to the good old days when children were children and innocence prevailed.
We'll be wrapping it up after this phone call. Hello.
Hi, Matt.
How are you? Good.
I'm good. Matt, what is the sense of the legal system in Dominica in pursuing this matter if we get such results? I mean, the man is an adult. He knows right from wrong. He knows that he should not have touched a minor inappropriately. Why does the court have to consider his situation? He did not consider the child's situation, or knowing that he was an adult, that he knows better. I mean, is this the type of message that Dominica sends out for legal process? I tend to agree with Mervyn. It's time that parents take these matters into their own hands.
It's very interesting that he is considering the conditions, if you will, of that man after the fact.
Matt, only in Dominica these things could happen. In a real world, it would never happen. This man would have gone to jail for a long time. And this does not send a very clear message. It doesn't even make sense for all these child advocate groups in Dominica even pursue any matters. The court hits a slap in the face every time.
Hello?
Matt,
Yes.
the guy at the airport, I don't remember his name, you have to help me out. At the airport when he come to Mr. Linton.
Oh, you mean with the...
mother. He had his sick, was it his mother or father, and he was the only one to look after them. Yet they suspend him from his job. Isn't the same compassion they should have on him as well?
Hello, talk to me here. Quickly.
I want your brother girls long time. Bye.
We'll continue tomorrow.